Hey there, this is Derek. I am for CSC 179 Digital Media Foundations. One of the things that we're going to do is for this project that's larger than something that you can upload to Cobra. So when you log into the Parkland portal for classes, when you have the options to go to Cobra or some of the other things, you have an email option. This email option is going to connect you with the Parkland OneDrive. So when you log into that, this is actually the email system that you will be working with. Now, I want one of the things that we have is that you have up in this upper left-hand corner an app launcher, and this actually gives you cloud access. So within this Office 360, you actually have a bunch of different apps that you can use. I don't know what exactly yours is going to look like, but one of them is the OneDrive. The OneDrive is cloud storage that you have. I have a ton of it, so I use cloud storage for all my stuff. You would have, perhaps you have nothing in here, but you have the ability to add files. So you can upload a file. So what you would do is you would go to your Unreal projects folder. So most of you have an Unreal on your computer. You have an Unreal in your documents. You have Unreal projects. Then you have a bunch of these files. So this is the Unreal file that contains the content. Now, normally, these these files that we're making are pretty small. So for instance, unless you've added a lot of content, it's not going to be a very big file. However, if you have tons and tons of content in there, it might be huge, like this 25 gigger here. Now, that's not something we can upload, and I wouldn't want your file to be that big, but sometimes students go a little bit overboard and they make their files really big. Now, I don't know what the file limit is on the OneDrive, but I think it's pretty big. So for instance, I'm in here in my project folder. So here it is. Let's say I'm going to do this. This is my class project. In it, I have my Unreal project here, then any of my content that I'm using, my starter content, etc. Here's the props and the all the stuff that I'd be using in my scene, right? So what I have to do is I'm going to right click on that, and what I have to do is I'm going to send it to what it's called a compressed file. So this is where we're going to zip it up. Now you may have a 7-zip where you can say add to archive, but what I'm doing is I'm just simply right clicking on it and saying send to compressed file. What that's going to do then is it's going to calculate the well, it's just going to basically compress that whole file and turn it into a file that I can download in one, or I'm going to upload it in one file. So it's just one big file, and hopefully nothing will get lost. And I'm just going to upload this file right here, cdave test zip. It's being compressed right now. And in just a second, it will be done. And then what I want to do is I will upload it to my folder here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to share it with, you're going to share it with your instructor. So I wouldn't call it this. I would rename it my Dallas CSC 179 Project 3. All right, something like that. So here's my file. All right. Now I'm going to then here, if I have nothing, I can just simply add the file, or I can create a new folder just to hold it. So I'll say CSC 179 projects. All right. So here I go. I should have a new folder here. In that folder, then I'm going to put this file. So I'm going to go back here. Here's my project, and I'm going to drop that into my OneDrive, and it's going to upload. And notice that over here, it's uploading an item, and it's going to take a minute, and I can see the file size, and it's going to take a second to upload. So while it's uploading, it may appear that nothing is going on, but actually something is. Microsoft isn't super good at letting you know that it's actually doing stuff. So I'm going to just pause for a second while that uploads. All right, now that has uploaded, and here is the zip file in my folder. So again, I'm in Files. Here's my breadcrumbs. I made a CSC 179, and it's got this little blue lines like it's brand new. And in there is this file. I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to say Share, or I can right-click on it and say Share. And here is where I want to enter the email address of your instructor. Well, that would be me. So I would type in ddallas, and because it knows I'm there, it will put it in. If you don't know, if it doesn't pop up for you, I'm going to say ddallas@parkland.edu. And then I'm going to select that. Now, that's that is who I'm going to send this to. So the option, so here is my message, and I'm going to say, here is my project 3 file. And I'm going to say, here's my project fee file. I'm going to save it. I'm going to say send. Or I can copy a link also and send the link. So I can either try it this way, or I can make a link and send the link in a file. So you could actually copy this and send the link in the Cobra, which would be ideal. Because then it's all in the Cobra Dropbox, and you can just use it, send it as a comment as well. But here is this way. So if I say send, I don't know if it'll, so it's sending me the link, and then if yeah, I just got it. So here it is in my email. So if I go back to my OneDrive, or if I go back to my Outlook email, I should have an email from myself. Here it is. And then I would receive this file message here, and then I can just say open, and it will connect it to me, and then I can download that from you. So that's how it would work. If I clicked on this, I should be able to then go in and have access to your folder, select that, and I can then download it here, and then I'll have access to it. So I want you to do that only if you can't upload that file to Cobra. If you can either send it to my email, but ideally you can send the link through the Cobra comment. So if you go into Cobra, and when you go into the class, when you go into the Dropboxes, and you go into project 3, if I'm gonna, well, this probably won't, you can see I can, when I go into it, then I can upload or down up. I can't do it, but as a student, you can be able to do it. You can add that link to the comments box, where you, instead of downloading a file, you just add the link. So I hope that makes sense. That's how we can do this for these types of files. I hope that makes sense to everybody, and I will see you all later, and have a great day.